If you are an Educaplay user and work with Google Classroom, congratulations, you are in luck. You can integrate your games so that the scores from your students are saved directly in the Google Classroom gradebook, just like any other assignment. There are two ways to achieve this. The first is by clicking the Google Classroom button in the share box, selecting one or more of your classes where you want to integrate the game, and clicking Publish. The second is by installing the Educaplay add-on in Google Classroom to attach the game to the assignment. Let's go! Educaplay is one of the official Google for Education partners thanks to the integration possibilities of our games in Google Classroom. There are two ways to establish this connection. The first one starts in the options box to share a game. Go to your dashboard, click the Share button below the game you want to integrate, and then click the Google Classroom button. If you have more than one Google account saved on your device, a screen will appear where you'll need to choose the account that manages the Google Classroom classes where you want to integrate the game. You may also see another screen where Google asks you to grant permissions to Educaplay for the integration to work. Once that's done, you'll arrive at a screen where, if you have more than one class created in your Google Classroom, you'll need to select which ones you want to integrate the game into. You'll also be able to decide what happens if someone plays the game more than once. If you select first grade, only the score from the first attempt will be saved, regardless of how many times they play. If you select best grade, the highest score obtained will be saved. To integrate it, simply click Publish in Google Classroom. If you want, you can save it as a draft in Google Classroom to publish it later. This way, you can do things like change the title and instructions, schedule a starting date for the assignment, set a due date and time, or assign it only to specific students instead of the entire class. If you go to the Grades tab, you'll see that an assignment has been created with the name of the game, or the one you assigned if you changed it. When students open the game, it will identify the player by their Google Classroom name. At the end of the game, the score will be saved in the Google Classroom gradebook and also in your report section in Educaplay, where you'll also be able to see other data about the game. Educaplay is one of the platforms that features an add-on for Google Classroom. This add-on is an extension that allows you to create games, attach them to assignments, and review all game data without ever leaving Google Classroom. To install and use the add-on, you must have Google Workspace for Education Plus or the Teaching and Learning upgrade. If you have one of these versions of Google Workspace for Education, you'll see that when creating a new assignment, the add-on section appears in the lower right corner. Click on Explore Add-ons, then search for Educaplay by clicking View More or typing Educaplay in the search box. Depending on the configuration, the administrator of your shared Google Workspace may need to install the add-on for you by searching for it in the Google Workspace Marketplace. Once that's done, Educaplay will appear among the available add-ons. Click on it to start creating games or integrating the ones you've already created. As in the previous case, you can choose whether to keep the first score or the best score when someone plays the game multiple times. You'll also be able to configure the options allowed in a Google Classroom assignment, such as changing the title and instructions, scheduling the assignment to be available on a specific day and time, setting a due date and time, or assigning it to only certain students instead of the entire class. Once students finish playing, you can review not only their scores, but also the game data directly in Google Classroom. Whether using the add-on inside Classroom or the Share button in Educaplay, with an academic or commercial plan, you can integrate your games on other platforms as many times as you like. With the basic and advanced plans, you get 5 free uses to test how the integration works.